From the very beginning, the foundation of America was laid not by comfort, but by courage. The story of this nation is inseparable from the story of those who arrived on its shores with hope in their hearts and determination in their hands. Immigrants did not simply settle in America. They shaped it, strengthened it, and sacrificed for it. They came from different continents, spoke different languages, and carried different traditions. Yet they shared one powerful belief, that through hard work and persistence, a better life was possible. With little more than faith and resilience, they began building communities from the ground up. They worked the fields that fed growing cities. They constructed railroads that connected distant states. They built factories that powered industrial progress. They opened small businesses that became the backbone of local economies. These contributions were not easy. Many immigrants faced discrimination, low wages, harsh working conditions, and social exclusion. Yet even in the face of adversity, they continued to contribute. They woke up before sunrise, labored long hours, and pushed forward despite rejection. Their strength was not only physical but spiritual, a refusal to surrender their dreams. Beyond physical labor, immigrants have also driven innovation and creativity. They have founded companies, advanced science and medicine, enriched arts and culture, and strengthened education. Some of the most influential entrepreneurs, inventors, and leaders in American history were immigrants or the children of immigrants. Their ideas created jobs, expanded industries, and elevated the nation's global influence. But perhaps the greatest contribution immigrants have made is renewing the spirit of possibility. They remind the nation of its core promise, that effort can lead to opportunity, and that hope can overcome hardship. Their stories inspire future generations to work harder, aim higher, and believe more deeply in what is possible. To say immigrants built the nation is not a slogan. It is a historical truth. The roads we travel, the businesses we rely on, the cultural richness we celebrate, all carry the imprint of immigrant hands. America's strength has never come from isolation. It has come from the courage of those willing to build, to sacrifice, and to believe in a future they could not yet see, but chose to pursue anyway. At the heart of any great nation lies a simple but powerful principle. Every human being deserves dignity. Dignity is not something that must be earned through wealth, status, or influence. It is not reserved for the powerful or the privileged. It belongs to every person simply because they are human. For immigrants, dignity is especially important because too often their sacrifices are overlooked and their humanity is questioned. Immigrants leave behind familiar streets, family members, language, and culture in pursuit of opportunity. That journey alone demands respect. It takes courage to step into the unknown, to rebuild a life from the ground up, and to navigate a system that may not always welcome you. Yet many immigrants endure suspicion, stereotypes, and unfair judgment. When people are reduced to labels instead of recognized as individuals, dignity is stripped away. A nation that benefits from immigrant labor, talent, and ideas has a moral responsibility to treat immigrants with fairness and respect. The worker cleaning offices at night deserves the same basic respect as the executive in the boardroom. The farm worker harvesting crops deserves the same human value as the consumer purchasing food at the store. No contribution is small when it sustains the life of a country. Dignity also means allowing people to live without fear of humiliation or exploitation. It means protecting workers from abuse, ensuring children are treated equally in schools, and recognizing families as valuable parts of communities. It means speaking about immigration not with hostility, but with humanity. When dignity is upheld, society becomes stronger. People who feel respected are more confident, more productive, and more committed to contributing positively. But when dignity is denied, resentment grows and unity weakens. A truly strong nation does not measure people by where they were born, but by the character they show and the effort they give. To honor dignity for all is to affirm that every individual, immigrant or native born, has worth, value, and a rightful place in the story of the nation. One of the most powerful promises of America has always been opportunity, not guaranteed success, but a fair chance to succeed. For immigrants, this promise is often the very reason they leave everything behind. They do not travel across oceans and borders searching for comfort. They come seeking possibility. They come believing that if they are willing to work hard, learn, and contribute, they will have a real chance to build a better future. Equal opportunity means access to education, to honest work, to safe communities, and to systems that reward effort. It means that a child who arrives speaking a different language still has the same right to quality schooling as any other child. It means that a skilled worker or entrepreneur has the ability to compete fairly in the marketplace without facing unnecessary barriers rooted in prejudice. Immigrants historically have demonstrated extraordinary determination when given opportunity. They enroll in schools, start small businesses, work multiple jobs, and invest in their communities. Many of the country's most successful companies were founded by immigrants or their children. When doors are open, immigrants do not merely walk through them, they expand them for others. They create jobs, generate innovation, and strengthen the economy. Equal opportunity does not mean lowering standards. It means applying standards fairly. It means judging people by their skills, character, and work ethic rather than their accent, background, or place of birth. A society that limits opportunity limits its own potential. But a society that broadens opportunity multiplies its strength. When immigrants are allowed to fully participate, the entire nation benefits. Communities become more vibrant. Industries become more competitive. Ideas flow more freely. Opportunity fuels ambition, and ambition fuels progress. The true measure of fairness is whether every person willing to contribute has a real chance to rise. Equal opportunity affirms that success should be determined by effort and ability, not by origin. When that principle is protected, the promise of the nation remains alive and powerful for all who believe in it. A strong nation is built not only on laws, but on the spirit in which those laws are enforced. Justice is essential for order, stability, and trust. But justice without compassion can become harsh and disconnected from human reality. For immigrants, the balance between justice and compassion is especially important because behind every immigration case is a real human story. Justice means having clear and fair laws that protect the rights of citizens and maintain national security. It means ensuring that systems are organized and accountable. However, justice must also recognize that people are more than paperwork. A mother working tirelessly to support her children, a father risking everything to escape violence, or a student striving for an education, these are not abstract statistics. They are human beings with dreams, fears, and responsibilities. Compassion does not mean ignoring rules. It means applying them with understanding and humanity. It means creating pathways that are realistic and fair. It means recognizing that many immigrants contribute positively to society and deserve policies that reflect their value. When systems are rigid without mercy, families are separated, communities are destabilized, and trust in institutions weakens. A nation that combines justice with compassion sends a powerful message: we are strong enough to uphold the law and wise enough to care for people. Compassion strengthens justice because it ensures that decisions are guided not only by regulation, but also by conscience. It reminds leaders and citizens alike that the purpose of law is to protect human dignity, not to diminish it. History shows that societies flourish when fairness is paired with empathy. Communities become safer when people trust that the system is just and humane. Immigrants are more likely to integrate, contribute, and thrive when they feel respected rather than feared. True justice listens. True justice understands. And when justice walks hand in hand with compassion, it reflects the highest ideals of a nation that values both order and humanity. A nation's true strength is not measured by how divided its people are, but by how united they can become despite their differences. Throughout history, America has drawn power from its diversity, from the blending of cultures, ideas, traditions, and talents. Immigrants have not weakened the nation's identity, they have enriched it. Unity does not mean uniformity. It means different people moving forward together with shared purpose and mutual respect. When people from various backgrounds come together, they bring fresh perspectives and creative solutions. Diverse communities often generate innovation because they combine different ways of thinking. Businesses grow stronger, neighborhoods become more vibrant, and culture becomes more dynamic when multiple voices are heard. Diversity, when embraced with unity, becomes a competitive advantage rather than a point of division. However, unity requires intention. It requires rejecting fear and resisting the temptation to blame newcomers for complex challenges. It requires recognizing that progress is not a zero-sum game. One group's success does not require another group's failure. When immigrants succeed, they create jobs, support local economies, and contribute to social growth. Their advancement strengthens the entire nation. Unity also demands mutual responsibility. Immigrants contribute by respecting the laws and values of their new home, while society contributes by offering inclusion and fairness. When both sides commit to understanding and cooperation, trust grows. Communities become safer and more stable when people see one another as partners rather than outsiders. Division weakens nations from within. Suspicion and hostility drain energy that could be used for innovation and development. But unity channels energy toward shared goals, prosperity, security, and opportunity for future generations. The most powerful nations are those that learn how to transform diversity into harmony. When people stand together despite differences in language, culture, or origin, they demonstrate maturity and strength. Unity does not erase identity, it elevates it within a larger shared vision. In the end, a nation that embraces unity proves that its foundation is strong enough to support everyone who works to